The recording has begun. Welcome to Nocturne, episode 8, which I know for sure this time, unlike the previous few episodes which I've been confused about. We're starting uh, after a brief confrontation with some Sohegan in the ocean, who mistakenly thought of you guys as being from the Abyss's Embrace. With that misunderstanding cleared up by Surf and Miranda to some extent, I guess. Uh, you guys, well, the combat finished a bit early. A couple of deaths happened, but we moved past those. Um,
Mm.
a brief conversation was had between the Suijin and, uh, well, the people on board the ship. Seems as if the Suijin have been attacked by the Abyss Embrace in the recent weeks, and you were basically in their waters, so they thought you were just a one of their remaining ships, just kind of circling in the space. But that was cleared up, and your interests do align. At the very least, the crew's interests align as the Goldway merchants are trying to get rid of the Abyss Embrace from the city because it's affecting their business as well. Um, the ship is going to be repaired with the help of the Suijin, and in that time, Amira has sent you to go along with the Suijin to their home underwater to speak with their leader to kind of set out terms of whatever deal is going to happen. In this time, there's also been some not so great interactions with Ignil, Amira's younger brother, who has been kind of a dick, and you briefly heard those two talking about, well, you potentially being vulnerabilities to the ship, you being dangerous to the ship. But for the time being, Amira has kind of quelled that conversation, just stating the fact that if you do anything, they can just take your bounties instead, and that's still profit.
At least that sounds
Um,
very well.
at the end of last session, you saw uh, this orb floating by the Suijin, the priestess of the Suijin, an orb that previously you saw casting the lightning bolt spell. You followed the floating orb further into the ship while the priestess pulled out a seemingly similar orb, but very, very not magical as the lightning bolt one should be. You followed it. I think it's just Jakob and Wanda followed it further into the ship and into a closet kind of space where some of like the non-perishable goods are kept on the ship. Um, haven't you made a couple checks, haven't found anything too off aside from some knocked over items, and Wanda, you noticed, well, you realize it's kind of strange to have a lock inside a room that uh is for perishable goods. There would be no like actual good reason for it, so that's strange. But that's where we are now, as Jakob has broken the door down. You see a couple items in here uh, that are knocked astray. But you find yourselves looking into this room, but you can't see anything. You can't see the orb. But you did hear a couple moments ago a sound of something straining. So we're gonna pick up
Oh,
from
wait.
there. What are you guys doing?
I want to make one more perception check for like the walls around us to see if I can hear any scuffling above, below, or like to the side of the room that we're currently in. I know
Go.
that boxes on the floor.
There would be some boxes on the floor, yes.
While he's perceiving, can I pick up some boxes to see if there's anything
Sure.
underneath them? Do you put
Um,
guiding bolt on my screen as a hotkey?
I don't. It's
Holy
something to do with the module. I don't actually know why that pops up.
No, it's sick as fuck. That'll make me remember to use it.
That's crazy. You got a 10. So, um, no, okay. Uh, where are you lifting boxes up from, Jakob? I guess where
Ground.
specifically in this like L-shaped room?
Um, whatever the closest. I mean, we're in this room, right?
Yes, you'd be in that room, yeah.
Kind of. I think this corner. I think he'd scurry away to the furthest corner.
Okie dokie. You make a perception check.
Oh, do
Um,
I?
you don't understand. You don't see anything that is strange. As you make that perception check. What this is for Wonder in particular. You don't
Oh,
notice anything off aside from the couple of items that have been like left astray. Um, Jakob, you in particular with your 19, as you turn that corner, there's nothing like, if anything, there's nothing actually in this space, in this one corner, that seems strange. But as you turn around, you notice that in this corner of the room, that's where these items, like these shifted items, are like concentrated.
like the floating items? I thought they disappeared.
No, it's just you see the like basically whatever was kept in this room, which is like there are some crackers, there are like some like medicinal herbs, etc., etc. Just whatever the case, you see some of these things pushed out the way. Wanda
Ah,
doesn't really notice a pattern to it, but you can see that it's focused towards this corner.
um, I would like to, I would like to get one there and go, oh, they are over here in this corner. And then point to this corner.
Yes, with that Wanda, you
What
would
did you
also
just say?
notice
Over here in this corner.
you would see the with Yakum now pointing out, you would also see how stuff is focused, like the movement is focused in this one corner.
I'm stuff.
I see. Okay. Unless you have any other ideas, this implies to me that either things were blasted into that corner from within this room, or things are attracted to something out of this room. So, do you want to stay here, investigate the room some more, and I'll try and go in the general direction these items have been like sucked towards, if they were sucked, or do you want to go investigate the rest of the ship?
Or
I'm
I
happy
can
to.
move. I can move these things out the way.
Okay, sounds good. Um,
I would like to start
n-
moving
uh,
these things out the way.
before one leaves, yeah, sure. Please keep an eye out because if anyone gets past us and back up on deck, if everyone's on deck who's supposed to be on deck stays there, then that really narrows down our list of suspects. Whereas if someone is able to
Alright,
slip past us and back onto the deck, then just just
well,
just keep an ear out.
once Wanda leaves, can I close the door and move some heavy objects in front of it so that the
You've
thing can't
you
escape?
broke the door, so you can kind of
Oh,
lean it
oh,
against the
crap.
wall.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. You lean the broken door against the wall, and you can still place boxes behind it, and that would secure it a bit more.
I will do that more.
Yeah, I would say there's still like a slight gap just because you're leaning it, but aside from that, it seems mostly fine. As both of you kind of head to your things, I would like you both to roll investigation checks.
Oh, they call me Mr. Investigation. Oh, it's
Okay.
over.
I get bonus points. I rolled 6-9.
You cannot. No.
What? Outrageous.
Um.
Can I re-roll because I used the old rolls on accident, so therefore it didn't count?
No.
What about for fun? Just so I can see what I
You can
got.
you can roll again. I'm not using it.
7-7. Come on, let me roll one more time for another 7. That's lucky.
No.
I'm winning
He
big this
rolled a
time.
double, he
Please.
rolls again. That's the rules. I don't know what you're talking
Bro,
about.
it's Monopoly,
So,
bro.
Wonder. Well, both of you in this instance, as you kind of case on the outside into where that corner would go into like the corridor, um, you don't really notice any like gaps or anything of that nature that would suggest that something has moved through like a gap or something past that room. There are no openings from your side. Jakob, you kind of notice a similar thing, where similarly there are no openings, all but the opening that you just made with the door. While it has been covered up slightly, the only opening in this room now uh, would be the door that you just broke open.
Oh dear. So basically, it's over. Oh,
Roll an insight check for me, Wonder.
oh, you're onto something. You have to roll for it.
I'm a genius. If we just say the wrong thing really confidently, Aaron will have to course correct. Perfect.
Well, not.
Um,
Oh, what if I say it's Kevin? He's made of water. He can move through wood. No, I roll insight,
Kevin
right?
is entirely possibly suspect here with his elemental body. Squeezing through small spaces is within his wheelhouse. Uh, it could entirely be him, although the last time you did see him would be on top deck with everyone else.
We saw everyone on top deck there, right?
You saw everyone, yes.
Yeah. So either there's some chicanery afoot, or there's like someone who isn't supposed to be on the ship. Someone who isn't supposed to be on the ship on the ship. Also, I don't like that, Ariane, because I rolled a 5, which is not a good roll, and then you supported my theory, which now means out of character. I'm more paranoid, but Wanda's going to continue to believe it, and like an idiot. Damn. Okay. Are there windows on like the side of the ship down here? Or are we like
There
below
would
water,
be
below deck?
portholes, but they are, for all intents and purposes, what it looks like, they are sealed.
Hmm.
So
Can
there
I
isn't
try and
like
poke?
you can't open them unless you physically break them open.
Okay. Like, if I were to look out through them again in the general direction of like if I were to follow the corner the like items were haphazardly scattered in, and if I were to follow that as a line, I would like to look out of that porthole and just see what I can see.
Roll a perception check.
You can roll higher than a 5, I believe in you. Okay.
With a 12, you look out of the porthole and you see a number of waves and such. The classic beautiful views of being on a boat in the ocean.
No strange green glows beneath any of the particular waves.
Not that you can see now.
Heartbreaking. Mm. Oh. Can I investigate just what's in this room? Yeah, I can't see it for some reason. The one just directly above me.
Yeah, sure. You open that door, and that is the kitchen that Kevin usually works in. You see
All coming together.
you see a number of things like regular cooking stuff. There's some medicinal stuff here. You recall previously Kevin talking about how he was trying to learn how to be some form of medic as well.
Oh.
You also see a book here that is slightly like water damaged, as he is water and he will damage books unfortunately when he touches them.
Oh, yeah. That's the point. I imagine when I was investigating the like wall, like it wasn't more wet than any other part of the ship,
Not that you
or was it?
notice, no.
Cool. So it might not be.
Wait. I'm gonna have something for this.
Oh,
Um, features and traits. No. Racial trait. No, that's stone cunning. This is all. I assume a ship is all stone and not wood.
This is unfortunately the most wooden
Just
ship you've
checking.
ever seen.
Sure, any pebble on the floor.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
At this
The
point,
likelihood.
you both hear some it's like scraping against wood by this door.
He's on the ground.
And we'll run. We'll run over there as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah, Jakob will also run. Assuming I hit.
I'm going to ask you both to make perception checks. This will be at disadvantage, just unfortunately based on previous checks.
Tell me perception. The way I'd be making. Oh, come on, man. Let's go. 12's not bad.
You wonder, you are a very sneaky person.
Oh, yeah.
There is something nearby. You can't tell where it is. Well, you can't tell pinpoint where it is, but there is something not below deck. There is something by your feet, by Jakob's feet, or in this space that you are hearing.
You're looking at my feet.
Fucking invisible. Oh my god, why did we not think of this? Potentially. Hmm. Jacob, do me a favor. Stand by the door. Make sure that no one can get in. Oh, wait, there's 2 staircases. Wait, there's 4 staircases. No.
These ones would go. See,
What if I sprinkle my anti-magic dust?
these
Like if I throw it out in the air and it catches them?
these stairs don't exist. I will say.
Which stairs?
These stairs up here, the top ones, don't exist. I just have been too lazy to try change the shape of the ship.
After Wanda says that you made me invisible, can I roll perception and listen super hard, or would that be included in my last perception from scraping?
I would say it would be included with the last one. It'd be part of the same
Look, there's
kind
new
of.
information.
I'm gonna take Doug's absolutely genius idea. I'm like, Jacob, throw some of that powder around the place.
I'd like to whimsily sprinkle the powder around the place.
If I can, because I rolled higher on my perception, I like to gesture in the general area, like the general. Obviously, I can pinpoint it, but the general area. I
I
heard
will say
scuffling and
you
something.
have 5 more uses. A sprinkle would like use one of them. It would sprinkle like a 5-foot cube.
So we're playing battle shots. Okay.
So yeah,
I
trust Jacob.
you're gonna have to tell like how many uses are you using, and then where are you using them.
Well, I mean, is there any? Can I get any indication where he is? Can you tell me where he is?
I will put down some form of visual, just based on what Wanda would point out.
I was in this set.
In this space,
Is that including the spaces we are occupying or not?
including the spaces you're occupying.
It could be.
I like these odds. Okay. I'd like to sprinkle my first powder in the top right.
I feel like this is something you have to do quickly. I think if you do it one at a time, they're going to move out of the square. I think this is a
I just
declare
have to pick
your spaces
okay,
now,
okay.
otherwise
Okay.
we might lose our chance.
Okay. Jack, what are we sprinkling?
I think places that we can't melee attack. Well, actually, you're in perfect position. So places that I also can't melee attack, because if we are able to hear them like retreat, we might be able to make an attack disadvantage or something. So it might still work out that way.
Well, definitely.
And also below us as well as
sprinkling
staircases. So yeah, I'd say below where Jakob is, and then if you want to use anything other than those three, that's on you.
Yeah, I'd like to do like this area here. Can you see my mouse moving?
I can see it. Are you using all 5 uses?
Yeah.
Okay. You sprinkle the dust in, though, like, you just basically swing your hand to cover all those spaces. You don't see anything here. You don't see anything here. You don't see anything here. In this space, you see the dust covers some kind of serpentine creature. And you see partially
Like a
through
stab.
you see partially through its body a like basically, you know how in cartoons where something eats an anvil and you can see the outline of an anvil?
Yeah.
You see like halfway down this creature's body just a orb that is bigger than what this creature should be able to have. Like a snake.
Can I
Like snakes do this with actual animals, so kind of like that.
before I process any of this, can I just stab?
Make an attack. It will be at disadvantage. Actually, what we're
Even
gonna
though
do
he's
first
right there.
is we're gonna roll initiative
Not
to
bad.
see what happens first.
I'm so
So
glad you have
both of you, let me add an active
So
encounter.
glad Jacob what?
a sensible. Because hopefully, I know you'll disadvantage your attacks, but if you can stop it from slithering away, that would be
Well,
very,
have you
very
seen
beneficial.
how beastie my attacks are? I rolled like 4 nat 20s in a row last session.
So 12 for Wonder.
Why does it not let me roll initiative? Where the hell's initiative?
It is
Oh, okay.
top. 7
Can
for
we give it
Jakob.
advantage?
This will be a secret hidden roll, unfortunately, on my end. See. Who's going first? Wonder, you're going first.
Hell yeah. I want to run. Oh, I guess sidestep. So I'm in between the snake and the staircase over here. If I can move. There. Was the snake directly below Yakko, or was it in like the bottom right corner?
Directly below Jakob. In this space
And then I will
specifically.
try and stab at it. With venom.
Do you have reach
If I were
for
to
that?
use,
It is.
oh, I thought sorry, I thought it was
Sorry, it
directly
is
below
to
Yakko.
the right of Jakob, directly to the right of Jakob.
I see. And in that case,
I mean, you can
regardless
just
of if it
move
wants to
up and then
go,
move back.
where is attack opportunity? Actually, excellent point. Well done, Jack. Jakob is already like occupying the squares between here and the staircase, and he has reach. So I'll actually go on the opposite side of the snake, over this way, to stop it from making a break for the other staircase. Good job, Jack. Genius. Then I will stab it with venom. And I'm not using the empowered one, but I'm using ice snake venom. Do I declare that before or after the fact?
You would call that before.
Okay, then I would like to use my bonus action to apply some of the fire snake venom.
Yes, you should be able to see in that in your inventory as well, and consumables.
So, is a 13 hit.
Give me one moment.
Of course.
Looking up stats. A 13 would indeed hit.
No, it's over for this
Excellent.
guy.
And because Jakob's sick as hell, I also get sneak attack.
You do get a sneak attack.
Plus the fire snake venom, which is, as we all know, he says without checking his notes.
If you just use
A
the
DC 14 con
consumable.
save. Oh, never mind. I am a fool.
And it would be 14 for you, not 13. My bad. Without the sneak attack and the fire snake venom, you stab at this You stab at this invisible creature. Moment you stab at it, the dust settles. The orb is left, and there's just nothing there.
It was a familiar. It is fucking Ignil. Actually, wait. He's a cleric. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, you see the orb just lying there. While it has diminished to when you previously saw it, this orb has magic in it, and you can see that as it's like a mild storm that you can see within this deep green gem.
Excellent. Wonder will pick up the orb very quickly. Off of the floor.
Ooh,
And then we'll look to Jakob. And we'll, how about we keep this between us for a little bit? See how things unfold upstairs.
Arrgh. Aye.
As you pick it
Excellent.
up,
One doesn't want to keep this on him.
as you pick it up, you take 12 lightning damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll try to
Just
pick it up. Don't worry. I can
okay.
beast it. I can beast it.
I've still got it, don't I? I've still
I'll
picked
You
it
still
up.
have it. Sorry, I did the damage to you. You can.
Yeah.
You still have it. You pick it up. It's just when you pick it up, there's like essentially like feedback that goes down your arm. And for a moment, I think you would see almost like lightning scars, just blacken your skin, but a moment goes and those fade away completely.
Wild. Wanda will take this into the kitchen, and hide it in like a pot somewhere.
Sure, roll a. Ooh, hiding an object.
Oh. That's a
Roll.
stealth. I know where to hide myself in a room, so I know where to hide an object in a room.
Yeah, roll a stealth.
I'll be about like 30 seconds.
Can I make the orb attuned to my cloak of Elvenkind and my boots of Elvenkind so it gets advantage on this stuff?
No. 27 is still a good roll.
Oh, I'm fucking low. Finally, I can do things I'm good at.
I would describe what kind of place you would hide this.
I'm thinking like I don't know if a ship would have like cupboards and stuff, but I imagine like there'd be things hanging like above like things like suspended from like rafters and stuff. I want to find like a big enough pot and like put it in that, and then maybe put like something else over it, like either some like loose vegetables or a cloth or something. So like it looks like just a pot with like stuff in it, but then there's the all hidden inside the pot underneath.
I would say what you see, like as you look up in that room, there is definitely like rafters that you can see, and you can tell as you're looking at them on a couple of the rafters, like basically tea towels and different towels, like just hanging to dry. You find a spot where you can like wedge it in a corner, and then if you just move some of the tea towels, it is like very hard to spot. Even with the tea towels moved, it'd be very hard to spot. But with those added, you can't you have trouble just kind of locating it after you move away slightly.
Okay. Excellent. Perfect. Phenomenal.
Like I would say psychologically, it's just like a spot that no one looks at, just normally.
See, Wanda is good at this. What can I say? If only I was deceiving. And now I get to deceive people about my object. Oh, it's perfect. It's Wanda's birthday. Yeah, Wanda will go into the
deal
kitchen.
with this. A moment goes by, and you see a mirror coming down the stairs of this space.
How suspicious.
She just joins you downstairs. Wonder, Jakob, why the sudden disappearance?
We thought we saw something.
I'm gonna
but,
Wanda explain this one. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We thought I thought I saw something. I asked Jacob to assist me, but I don't know. Through the light, maybe I'm just tired. Maybe the blood loss has gotten to me. I don't know, but nothing's down. Everything's in order. It seems.
Okay. Ignil is ready with the spell.
Yeah.
You might have to talk up the Suijin a bit more again, because they are quite pissed you ran off in the middle of our conversation.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that concerned us. Do we know?
Well, you kind
Difference.
of asked. Well, you asked them for their magic item. They showed it to you, and then you just ran away. So they're not like okay. They're not
So
annoyed. They're just
fucking
kind of
based.
confused.
Confusion is our combined middle name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
Jakob,
am
Confu, and then all his other middle names, and then it's Wanda, Jean, Pilbro.
I see.
Real.
Have fun, undersea dolls. I'm going to tend to the repair of this ship. As I stated
night.
before, Ignil is a bit foolhardy. Please just
He's
be
not.
careful for him.
Of course. We'll keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't ruffle any feathers. He seems good at that.
You see Amira heads back.
Amira. Oh, okay. One more thing.
Sure.
Amira, while I have you, you ain't carrying any snakes on this ship, are you? Or like, does anyone have a pet snake or something?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Not
I
to
must
my
be really
knowledge, at the
fucking
very
tired.
least, unless you've bought a snake on board.
Or Wanda, you clearly didn't get enough sleep last night. You fucking crazy idiot.
Evidently so. Sorry, I must be seeing shit again. Forget I said anything.
Classic chat.
Well, for those not used to the unruliness of the sea, sometimes the sea plays tricks on your eyes.
Does it?
Especially
Fine.
the goddess. She's a tricky figure.
Blow drop?
For anyone who is new to the ocean. Well, I'll let you get on with it. Surf and Miranda are also waiting for you up there. The Suijin will be guiding you. Seems like there's a couple more of them have surfaced since our conversation a couple hours ago when we sorted out the misunderstanding. I'm going to tend to stuff. Wish you luck. Please represent us well. I'll see you later.
Aye, Captain.
Alright.
I think something you would notice today, Wanda, is that the tiefling horns that Amira usually has, which are quite small, they're a bit longer today.
Well, she's trying to be scary.
Ooh. Yeah. Also, I've solved it, Aaron. I'm very sorry. Obviously, Ignil is a warlock, not a cleric, and that's why he was so bitchy about his spell slots in the fight earlier today. And I go, I really don't want to heal my dying sister. So, I guess I'll use my final spell slot. If we did fuck all for the rest of the fight, here's your cast bless. And then also, if he's a warlock, he can go Pact of the Chain, and then he has a familiar, like a snake, who can then slither about invisible and do shit for him. Yeah, solved it. We can end the campaign now. Don't worry about it.
The thing is, you're actually right. I've seen Arian's notes.
So real.
I see, exactly.
So real.
He's laughing it off, but he's actually fucking sweating right now. He's like, oh shit. This guy's figured it out.
You guys head.
He's stuttering. He don't know what to say.
You guys head above deck.
Yes.
Cool.
Upon going back on deck, I want to bow really deeply.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
Yeah, because I want to be like, now that Amira's tipped us off, they're a bit confused / potentially irritated. I want to be on damage control. I'm very sorry. Warn him again. We're listing you of utmost attention.
I'd also,
very sorry for disrespect.
I'd also follow Wanda's lead in this.
Okay, I'll
How
I'll
did, well, I got a
consider
-2. How did you?
I'll consider that a group check. Um,
No, please
Thank
don't
you.
lump me. No, no, no!
you
Don't lump me in with her.
you
Don't.
guys bow and apologize to the high priestess and the wave shaper. The wave shaper kind of takes that as a gesture of apology. The high priestess does not give a shit at that gesture. You see the high priestess looks towards Ignil. Are we ready to go? Um, Ignil looks to all of you. Well, can everyone who's joining me to the water below put their hand on the scroll? Anyone who can't breathe in water.
Put my hand on the scroll.
And
You
I'll
can't breathe
overreach and put my hand
underwater.
onto Ignil's while he's holding the scroll. Cheer up, Miranda. I don't say in character.
You
This
guys,
is what is going through Wanda's mind.
You guys, did I just delete Jakob by accident?
Yeah, the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
went black. Everything went
Campaign is
dark.
campaign
Bad.
improved. Let's go.
Campaign dead. You guys get in a combat. You're fucked.
I've got Surf. He's like basically
That's not the
Yakko.
right person.
But nowhere
That
near
would
as beastie. Doesn't roll any nat 20s.
You both put your hand on the scroll, and this blue effervescent energy kind of travels up into your towards your necks, and on each other you would see essentially gills forming as water breathing is cast on you.
Awesome. Call me a wolf. I'll be breathing.
How long is this going to last us?
Miranda, did you short rest?
It will. What? How long does water breathing last? That's a good question.
10 minutes. No, that's good.
24 hours. So you're chilling. The gills
Hell yeah.
form, and the two Suijin that are on board of the ship just kind of dive in. I'm going to hopefully assume that you follow. Alongside
But of course.
Ignil, who, before kind of diving in, you see him kind of get rid of a couple of his clothes that would weigh him down, but still has a modicum of armor on, and jumps in alongside you. On Ignil as well, you would see the same gills form around his neck, because he's also incapable of breathing in water. Those
Can I
of
roll an
you who
insight
are
link
not
now?
accustomed
To
to
just
the
see,
ocean,
like,
sorry.
Sorry.
What were you
I just
saying?
I want to roll a quick insight check on Ignil, just to see if he's you know, I want to see if like he seems rattled by anything, or if there's something like else he's like might be a little bit distracted by. I just want to see if like he has any inkling of what happened below deck.
Roll an insight check for me.
No, I just
I'm
want to see
still
if he's like
so
distracted
Kevin.
or
I think we need to kill this Kevin guy.
different.
You roll that insight check. He seems as like high strung as he usually is. There isn't anything different you notice purely based on the fact that he always seems tense. If you want to as well, Kevin, roll short your hit dice,
Oh yeah.
because you would have a short rest while this situation is
Well,
going down.
well, those two are off playing Chase the Snake.
Indeed.
Well, Miranda was once again being useless.
Okie dokie. Who am I missing? Just Wanda. bank. Yeah, seems like it healed you. That's strange. You guys are led. Well, you guys dive into the water. And to the people that are not accustomed to it. So, Miranda and Surf are completely fine. They jump in the water. It is natural to you. Most of your life has been in the water, so if anything, being on a ship is weirder.
Yep.
To uh, Jakob, being a sailor, you've been in water before. It's strange, but it's nothing that you're not used to, and you can kind of get used to this. I feel like both you and Wanda have some difficulty with just keeping your eyes open for a brief moment in this salty water, but you get used to it fast. Wanda, it takes you a long time to kind of open your eyes, and for both of you, there is like a minute goes by as you don't realize you're still holding your breath because you fully expect not to be able to breathe. You kind of so you spend like that time just holding your breath, and then when you are like running out of breath, you finally just stop breathing, and it is normal. You see like water filling your mouth, and that doesn't feel odd. And you guys, thanks to the gills and a water breathing spell, you are able to breathe underwater. For those of you who cannot swim, which I think is just Ignil and Wanda at this point, you are you and Ignil are asked to basically hold on to one of the remaining sharks they have, and they begin to guide you deeper down. It's at this time, it wouldn't be too dark. It's not nighttime, it's still daytime. While it was clouded over when you were above deck, it's still quite bright, and as you dive deeper and deeper, it only gets darker and darker. It's a kind of strange form of slight claustrophobia you feel as the light diminishes and you can feel water all around you. And you expect to start to succumb to the pressure of the ocean weighing down upon you. A benefit of having that water breathing spell is that it kind of offset that, and so while you feel heavy, you feel like a weight is placed upon you, it is thankfully not going to massively impact you, although for those who are not accustomed to fighting in water, Wanda, Jakob, Ignil, you guys would have disadvantage on doing a couple things here, mostly around attacks and movement. So that is something to consider. I would say your strength, dexterity checks, as well as like attack rolls, would have disadvantage as while you are down here. Those of you who don't have dark vision as well will start to struggle to see. Soon enough, the sharks in this region guide you, and at this point there are around 20 around you, mostly just the kind of grunts that Jakob and Wanda were dealing with at this point, and they guide you towards a current of like water that starts to pull you. For a moment, Wanda, you feel. You almost feel like you're going to lose grip, but very quickly one of this region like grabs like the back of your clothes and then pushes you forward, so you're fine. The current takes you even further deep and it gets even darker, but eventually you start seeing blips of light. Almost like you're looking at a starry night sky, but the glow is distinctly this like blue color. And as you get close to what that is, you do see a portion of this underwater expanse light up, almost like you're looking through. It's like the pictures of satellites, like at night, where you see a lot of darkness and then parts of it lit up by cities. You see a giant dome, and some cracks in it. And where you see those cracks, you start to see buildings. Soon enough, the Suijin pull you out of that current, and you get through one of the openings in this dome, and you see this what you think is like a gate or a door, but it is not like rectangular, and it's got multiple ways to open. It's not just like a two-sided door. There's like the shape of this gate is hexagonal, and there's triangles, like 6 triangles, as it like opens up. And to Miranda, again, this is not something strange. Doors don't really make sense underwater because you can be in whatever orientation you wish to be. So things are built in a way to keep that, to have stuff make sense. But something you notice as you swim into this kingdom, for you, Miranda, is that entering this place is an incredibly rare event for someone in your family. The conclave of Uekmarak and your home have had disagreements in the past. Not really any like major wars or battles or anything, but in terms of hunting grounds that you both need to feed your kingdoms, there have been many small scuffles over locations such as those, as well as trade routes, being basically owning the parts of the ocean that you take residence in. You also kind of own trade routes that ships would take, and you kind of you add tariffs and stuff, and that's how your home would make a lot of money. The last time you would have been here would be when you were incredibly young, around 5 or 6 years old, taken alongside your mother and 2 older sisters to sign or like essentially enter a pact of peace. While that hasn't happened perfectly, there have been small conflicts. A lot of those have been quelled thanks to this pact that was made. But since then, no one from your home would ever have set foot here. And for the first person to set foot here being a princess, that is a big deal.
Oh yeah, I'm always a big deal.
You all see buildings that are built in whatever orientation that made sense for where they are built. You see some built off the top of the stone dome, so they are built upside down. You see basically similar things across as you see natural stone structures, and then buildings built in whatever direction works for that particular stone structure. And gravity has less of an effect here, so it doesn't really, the laws don't really apply. The state of the conclave isn't great. You see buildings that have been attacked by, I would say, the damage resembles that of a cannon. While underwater they're less effective, so that's a bit confusing for you, but it looks like there has been an attack on this place recently. In the middle of this giant stone dome is a tower that goes from the floor to the ceiling of the stone dome, and again, similar to the buildings, it is built in a way where when it works in both orientations. You can be upside down, and that still makes sense. Around that, you also notice the smell, a very acrid smell of burnt seaweed and kelp and various like underwater plants. and you see around that tower is again what looks to be scars of lightning, blackening the land for like almost a kilometer. It's like strikes that have come from the tower outwards in like a radial pattern, and you see it all around the space. And I think to some extent, Wonder, I want you to roll an investigation check.
Oh,
With
You did
the
know
10, there is some sense of familiarity to what you saw before when you held the lightning orb. You are led towards that giant tower in the center of the conclave. And to Miranda, in some way, this reminds her. It reminds you of home, being this far underwater, for the first time in a while since you've really boarded the ship of the Gold Flame merchants. And it kind of reminds you of the purpose of why you were sent with them to begin with. To assist with the crisis that is currently affecting your home. As you all follow the Suijin to that central tower, Miranda, you kind of... There is a moment of like dissatisfaction that kind of waves over you after being disregarded by the priestess earlier today, as well as a mirror who kind of put you in a place. You feel inadequate for a moment, something that I believe would be quite new to Miranda, but that passes as you kind of steel yourself for whatever conversation you're about to have. The stone stronghold. Well, on the way, are you guys doing anything? Is there anything you want to do?
No, I want to admire the beauty.
I'm gonna sit
Wonder
there and
wants
feel
to-
inadequate.
Wonder making extra careful, special sure that she knows which way is up back to the surface in case of emergencies.
Yes, it
Because
is.
this confusing geometry will fuck with her.
Yeah, it like while you were on your way down, you had a decent sense of it because you could still see a light, like very slight light from the surface. As you've entered the stone dome, that's gone, and things
Yeah.
are built in a way that it will be confusing to you, regardless.
Yeah.
To Miranda and Surf, I would say you have a natural sense, in the same way like birds and other animals can like follow the magnetic fields of the planet. You kind of just know which way is up.
Okay.
You all look around and do admire the beauty. It is different to your home. It is very different. The kingdom of Vanderbilt that you hail from is in some way quite well. It's built shallower than this place, so it doesn't have to account for as much of the pressure down here. It is also built more similar to a surface level city or town. It is not as odd. I would say it is very standard, what you would expect. More something like a fairy tale is what I would describe your home to be.
Hell yeah.
You admire the beauty, and you are led to that marble tower. Again, you are led, and you see a door. This time it is just a regular double door, but there are Suijin that are guarding right side up and upside down. In Aquan, you hear the Suijin talking, the wave shaper and the priestess talking to the guards, and they kind of let you pass. It's just a brief conversation about the situation that is at hand. You are led through a series of corridors, and as you are led in various different directions. It is essentially a third-dimensional maze. With the only discerning characteristics as you are led further in. You see like the furnishing of the space get a bit more fanciful as you are led deeper and deeper into this tower. And then you are led in one direction. And for the first time, Wander and Jakob are able to get bearings. You are heading further down. You enter a room, and it is bright like daylight. It looks like a coliseum, once again, both right side up and upside down connected, and a series of Suijin who look official in some sense. They are dressed up. They have jewelry made of pearls and shells, coral, and various different objects. You'll see some you see starfish used as accessories and other like sticky animals of the sea. In the center of this space, you see a gargantuan Suijin that is almost kaiju-sized in proportions.
Jesus Christ, okay.
You see, you would notice Ignil at this point is also like in awe. And I think this would be the first time you've seen him not tense. As similar to you, he is very just entranced by the beauty of this space, as well as the now terrifying creature that is before you. The priestess, I think the wave shaper at this point looks back to Surf and says, "You will be speaking to our leader. Be respectful, and do not do anything that would get you in danger or that would threaten our home. You will be given a chance to speak. Tell the rest of your group."
Surf Red will go.
They've asked to negotiate with me, and so I'm going to go talk to him.
Sounds good. You look like a great diplomat. May I just say, Miranda?
You will all be taken to a space just before this giant Suijin, just floating. You're not like led to a platform or anything. You are just floating like in front of it. As you kind of wander in, there is definitely rising conversations between a Suijin, and it just sounds like a crowd speaking. There is a reverberation that goes through the water around you, and all this originating from that gargantuan Suijin, and everything goes quiet. "I am the prophet of Uek Merak. It has been a long time since a mermaid of the Vanderbilt is in my domain. A strange time is upon us."
Hi.
This is said in common,
Hell yeah.
so everyone
Excellent.
would understand this.
Oh, freaking yeah, brother.
Wanda will try bowing again. Even though it didn't really work with the priestess before. But it's, it pays
Wanda
to
will
be
do a
respectful.
sick flip in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Wanda will try and bow in the water.
yeah, you'll try and bow. The prophet looks to you and is like, "I thank you for your politeness."
Yeah, Surf will already be whatever the in the water equivalent of getting down on like a knee when in front of the king.
I will let you.
Anytime.
I will let you describe that.
I'm trying to
You're
imagine
establishing law right now.
I am. Head bowed, And I don't know. I guess it's effectively the same. He's just kind of got one knee up, and he's effectively like in the thinker pose towards him. It's
You
in order
see
to
the
show
rest of
respect.
the Suijin also follow suit as you do that.
Okay, let's establish law. Um, yeah, and Miranda will continue to speak, not really caring for any of that. Ah, your people attacked me, and I don't think that was very nice.
I have been told that my people thought you of the Abyss's embrace.
Well, in
I apologize for their misunderstanding.
Well, I thank you for your apology. And I need to make sure that you know that we are in fact hunting down the Abyss's embrace.
At this point, murmurs begin to rise from the Suijin in this Colosseum space. And why, might I ask, is a Triton of the Pearled Kingdom looking to put a stop to the Abyss's embrace? Speaking over you, you hear Ignil. They have interrupted with the business of the sea. Miranda's home as well has been attacked, similar to yours, by the Embrace. We're looking to put a stop to them, and we require as much help as we need.
Yes, I was getting to that.
Can I give Ignal a really scathing look of like, know your fucking place? It's your time to share, that kind of thing. It's Miranda's kingdom.
Roll
I'm
an insight
impressed
check
at
for
you.
me.
What check?
An insight check for me.
Excellent. These guys, I can't wait to murder this guy underwater
You got it
and
this
blame it
time.
on
You got
these
it this
guys
time.
and start an international crisis.
God, you suck at insight.
Thanks.
You look and see Ignal look back to you, and he looks. The glance he gives to your group, and especially to Miranda, is that similar to how Amira looked at you when she was telling Miranda off. And in the same way, just being like, returning the same concept to you of know your place. You are part. I am the first mate of the crew. You are under me.
There's big to the crew. First to
Although
me,
maybe
next to
top of
die.
it.
Am I right?
At the same time, however, you hear the prophet kind of look to Ignil. I was not speaking to you. Third princess of Vanderbilt, I believe.
Yes indeed. The one and the same.
Your home has been attacked by the Embrace, same as ours.
Indeed.
Do you know why?
I don't think they need a reason. They've just been attacking us. But either way, we need to stop them. And if they're attacking you, I think it's wise that you give some of your troops to help this combined force of the Golden Flame Pirates that are specialized task force to help eliminate them.
You propose an alliance between Uwek Merak and the Vanderbilt.
Enemies are only enemies when they don't have a common enemy.
I will agree upon this. However, We would like something in return.
Ah,
We can assist you, we can assist your kingdom when the time is right. But we have conflicted over the many years, and your home has harmed many of my people.
ah. I'm sure we can get over it.
We fight over 4 territories. The Ash Trench, the Carmine Strip, the Amber Hills, and the Diamond Shoal Bridge. These 4 territories are important to both yours and my people. We ask of you that one of these is given in exchange.
We still get to keep the other 3. Oh, absolutely. Go for it.
I would like to request the Ash Trench.
Yes, Trench. That's
Roll a history check for me.
Let's just say a trench full of ash does not sound like something that Miranda would care about. But she went to school, so maybe she doesn't.
Yeah. So just I guess from that 9, I'll give you a brief cursory description of these 4 spaces. The Ash Trench is a kind of deep sea spot that is kind of constantly spewing out like geothermic ingredients that deep sea creatures appreciate. Something more attuned to the sea region, to be fair. As Tritons, you don't go to the deep sea quite as much. However, it is very rich in food, but that kind of applies to everywhere. The Carmine Strip is this like separate reef. There's a reef separate to your home that is where the coral for some reason is just all red. The Amber Hills is a location where from teachings from like tutors you've had, the hills don't describe the like geographical features. The hills refer to this giant, almost hive-like amount of these glowing yellow jellyfish that basically that take up like a lot of this space, and that's what the hills refer to. The Diamond Shoal Bridge is something you definitely can't hand over. That is basically right next to your home, and it would connect your home to some of the other islands in the Pearl Reef. So I will leave this up to you now, if you agree to the terms set out by the prophet.
What kind of food? Like, what
It would
delicacy that
be
Miranda likes that is she gonna lose access to?
it would be deep
Or
sea
is-
fish for the most part. For Miranda, I would say the food that is taken from here, is definitely not food served to would not be food served to you.
Okay. Well then, Miranda will not particularly care for it. But she shall. Yes, yes. Yeah, we shall hand over this territory, provided that we remain in control of the other 3, and that you will not attack them. And I don't know, maybe someone. Yeah. And the soldiers that you give me are under my command. I will make sure that they get here safe.
Once again, Ignil speaks. We're meeting at the Wandering Raft in a week's time. If you would send
Excuse me, Ignil? Have we
if
asked
you
when
would
we're meeting?
send your soldiers there, we are meeting with various other factions also seeking to take over the Abyss, to get rid of the Abyss Embrace. We can speak to you there. Miranda will be there as well. We ask that the contingent that you give us are not put under the jurisdiction of the third Princess of Vanderbilt, as she is currently working under a Mirror Flame of the Gold Flame Merchants.
Excuse me, I
All
was
dealings
positioned here
will
to
happen
Supervise you.
through her. Through them. And this time there will be like a very obvious death stare at Miranda from Ignal. The prophet will look back to you, Miranda. Is this true? Are you currently under the banner of the Gold Flame Merchants?
What? Yes, I am accompanying them. I am travelling on their ship. But I would never say that I was underneath them. I am a Vanderbilt, and they are merely peasants.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wanna back.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Never mind. I need to.
We will meet at this wandering raft. My troops will look to the third Princess of Vanderbilt. Miranda, dealings will happen through her. She will be treated
Right.
as equal to leaders, to whichever other leaders are present during this meeting, including your own.
Huzzah.
An agreement has been met, and you hear cheers of the Suigian in the Colosseum, as well as the Wave Shaper and the Priestess that are around you. This will be written in letter, and it's like I guess it wouldn't be paper; it would be similar to kind of a leather that is white in coloration, kind of this off-white, kind of slightly yellow color. A deal has been struck. You'll actually see, this contract, this letter's already written up, and there is a space that there's two spaces, one for the Suigian Prophet and one for you as the third princess. This is no magical contract, worry not, Princess of Vanderbilt. This is just proof. And there are two copies there, one for you, one for the Suigian.
One that is normal person size and one which is kaiju size.
Yes, 100%. So if you sign on the kaiju size one, it will look obviously very small in comparison.
Surf, come over.
Randall will have Surf read over the details because he is the one who is good at legalese. Make sure that everything is sorted.
I will have
and then-
Surf roll an investigate. Sorry, not a straight intelligence check with advantage.
Hell yeah, he's of average intelligence.
It looks good to Surf. There's nothing unexpected that you can see.
And Surf will hand over to Miranda, and Miranda will sign the most lavish of
Miranda
signatures.
can as well, if
No, Surf's done it.
they want to.
Absolutely not.
Hello?
Miranda will sign. Hello?
Can someone else speak? Because I can't hear right now. Just want to make sure it's...
Wagwan.
Yep, it's
Alright,
an issue on my
speaking.
end. Give me a sec. Hello.
Hello?
Great, I can hear people. Great.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying, oh, absolutely not. Miranda will not look it over. Surf has done it for her. Um, and she will sign very lavishly.
Great. You sign both contracts, one big, one small. You, the prophet will gonna say something. You can be returned to your ship, or you can remain here for the night. It is up to you to decide. Your ship can be repaired. Well, it will be repaired soon, so there is no issue if you would like to leave now.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm getting more seasick below the sea than I was on the ship. I would quite like to return to the surface.
As you begin to speak, the prophet kind of looks back to you and is like, I think at this point, other people would have noticed as well, whatever makeup that you usually have has faded underwater.
Oh, yeah. Excellent point.
And I guess a question as well is what form you would be taking.
I'm still in my. I don't think I've described it yet, but I'm in my piratey form, so I'm like a lot taller. I've changed my cloak of overkind to be like a very heavy fur, so I basically look like a barbarian. And then my face scar will hopefully be able to look like a battle scar, as opposed to just being a straight Wander's recognizable burn scar. And I probably have like other scars as well to like mask it a little bit as best I can without makeup. But obviously, I still would have applied makeup to like make it not look as bad or as much of a burn as it does.
The prophet looks to you and Jakob. I recognize those faces.
Hello.
You are the two that the surface world is looking for. Correct.
Mission to
Prefer the
speak,
term-
peasants.
Prefer the term wrongly accused.
Yeah,
You
we're
do not.
we're looked for, but for crimes we didn't commit.
You do not need to worry. You have been invited as guests here. No harm will befall you while you are within my borders.
Greatly appreciated. Now, this is some hospitality I think I can get behind. I stare at Ignal as I say that.
Might I
I'm
ask
oblivious.
you, why you are with those attacking the Abyss's embrace?
It's a long story. Very complicated. I don't want to bore you with the details, but rest assured, we have a very good reason for wanting the Abyss's embrace to stop embracing the Abyss, as it were.
I see. And they travel with you, Princess of Vanderbilt.
Indeed. Well, they travel with the crew. I was just sent to assist them. Who they pick up is up to them, but they are competent. Somewhat.
That works for me.
But the princess is very dislikable.
I will offer this for those seeking, for all you underwater, or all of you who have been brought from above the water, as a gesture of kindness, for assisting and talking with us, and as an apology for attacking your ship without knowing who you were. You may ask of one thing, and I will do what it is in my power to grant it to you within reasons.
Ooh, beastie.
Ooh.
I would like to cast a
One thing.
wish.
That is unfortunately not in my, what is the word, wheelhouse.
They have wheelhouses underwater?
Can we ask for something very mundane?
I mean, you
Like a
can.
glass of
Yeah, I'm a bit
water.
hungry. Do you have any food? Do you have like a couple
Like,
rations?
What?
Food can be provided free
Yeah,
of charge.
You're not fucking with a glass of water.
Glass of milk and make it not diffuse into the water.
If you require water, then
No
just look
once.
around.
So many things. Ooh. There's no way of asking that without sounding shady. I want poisons, and I imagine the deep sea will have some very interesting and exotic poisons. But I don't think I should ask the high prophet of a civilization for poisons
What?
No, I think you
as
should.
like a first impression. I'll work my way up to that. Wonder wants so much. I want to fix my face. I want to fix my back. I want to fix my soul.
I don't think they're that powerful.
I want poisons. I want
Nothing
magic
can fix you.
items.
Jakob,
Yeah.
your eyes are drawn to that battle axe that the Wave Shaper was wielding before.
So true. I want a fucking battle axe. That was cool as shit.
Who is saying what?
Well, if no one's gonna take, I'm gonna ask for the weapon.
Yeah, one is still thinking. Come back to me.
I wanna be like, all right, I like the look of your technology, your weapons. That battle axe.
Ah, wielded by Ulrich.
Didn't
That-
I kill him?
You did not kill him. That's the Wave Shaper,
No.
so he was not
Oh.
dead by the end of the combat. That battle
see.
axe isn't actually one of ours in origin.
Mm.
It was found some years ago, and Ulrich has been the only one strong enough to wield it with some effectiveness.
Oh, I bet I could wield it.
We
Sorry,
can
I'm just
offer
getting too
this
lazy to a voice.
if that is what you wish.
Can I trial it? Can I see what it does? See if it's a fit.
The gargantuan figure will just look dead at the Wave Shaper, and he doesn't actually mind. He very easily hands it over to you, Jakob. As like a,
He thinks I can't handle it.
it's like a roll an insight.
They call me Insightful Joe. Alright? Fuck yeah.
There is a modicum of respect as he gives it to you, is what you kind of sense in that.
Oh, awesome.
Be careful. It is quite unruly.
Is it a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon?
This is commonly a two-handed weapon. However, if you are strong enough, you can also wield it in one hand.
Awesome.
And I will say Jakob is strong enough.
Let's go.
As you take the axe, immediately the blades of this axe form in with ice.
Ooh. That's no good.
You, it's a similar situation to what the Suijin was doing before, the Wave Shaper was doing before.
Okay.
However, it looks like, in comparison to what has happened with you, the Suijin has had to will it to change to ice. That's not the case for you. It is
It's 'cause-
immediately
is it 'cause
ice, and
I'm a
it stays
landlord then?
ice. And the Wave Shaper in front of you is surprised at that happening.
Why is it ice? Why is it icy? Why have I got so much? Because I'm so drippy. That's why. But I'd like to inquire about the ice.
Roll a Arcana check, and you see the Wave Shaper as well just speak to you. This turning to ice is its natural ability. However, I have never seen it do so as eagerly as it has done with you. You roll that Arcana check. Jakob isn't very well versed in magic. Whatever this weapon, you have an immediate understanding. This is a +2 weapon.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is my weapon. Is there a training dummy nearby? Can I give it a couple of swings?
There won't
Am I able
be.
to
There's
swing
not a
properly
training
underwater?
dummy nearby, but there is a massive expanse of water where there's nothing near you, so you can just swing it.
I'm gonna take it for a couple swings.
Roll
Let's see what's
a straight strength check for me.
Ooh.
You
I failed.
swing it, and it is incredibly heavy, heavier than any weapon that you've ever held, and within the water especially, you are struggling to kind of get it moving. It'd probably be easier on land, but as it stands now, it's a bit of... With one hand, it is very hard to do so, but if you were to put your second hand, that becomes monumentally easier. You swing it a number of times, and on that last swing you see like a scythe of ice cut through the ocean as you swing it in the direction that you do swing it.
Yo.
You try it once more, but then that doesn't happen again.
Yo, this is cool as hell.
The prophet at this point, I believe you have more aptitude with this axe than Ulrich himself. If that is your
Wow.
request, then you may take it.
I would like to take it.
Before Jakob,
Random landlubber shows up. Hit your
before
fucking
Jakob
axe is
can
better than you.
speak for that moment, you hear Ignil once again. We appreciate this gesture of kindness.
Can I interrupt him? Am I allowed to interrupt him?
I mean, yeah, we can try a roll. We'll say we're gonna roll contested performance checks.
Oh,
Can I help
You can
Jakob? Can I give him advantage?
help,
Can I help
yeah.
Jakob by telling Ignil to shut the fuck up?
You can
Good.
help.
Jakob, you got this. Jakob, you got this.
I got a -2 to performance.
That's fine.
It's not fine. I got a 0 and a 2. But
Ignil speaks louder. We appreciate
fine,
this
that's-
gesture of kindness.
Speak-
All we ask, all we ask as a favor,
no. No.
is to get more information on the orb that your
I'd be making a fuss.
priestess was using. You can be making a fuss. Unfortunately, I will be using that too.
Who else trying to make a fuss right now?
We,
I helped you
we
so
of
much,
the
I can't
Gold
make
Flame
you fuss.
merchants believe that those items are the same weapons being used by the Abyss's Embrace. We would like to understand them further, as we believe they are of the same magical influence. The figure once again, the gargantuan figure is like, you have spoken out of turn for a second time.
True. That's sarcasm.
Landwalker, you will be given this axe as exchange,
Yes!
as apology. You will see the Wave Shaper a bit disheartened by that, but at the same time, there is a bit of recognition of like game recognizes game, and that
Oh,
axe
fucking
immediately
hell.
reacted to you. The information on the Embrace can be given for free. We are now allies in this fight. We can speak at length of that. They attack. Well, the Orb of Lightning is an item that we acquired a month, just over a month ago. We found it alongside this, and you see from the hand of the giant Suijin another similar like gem, but it is I would say around 10 to 15 times the size. It is not shaped like an orb. It is shaped like it's like a regular crystalline formation. And where the figure is holding it, there are black scars that run down and up this creature, and all of you notice at this point with the light given off by that crystal that the scars that this kaiju figure has been hurt in a similar way to how you were when you tried to use it, when you picked it up one day. But these are permanent scars. And you also and you also kind of. I will say, all of you can roll an Arcana check.
Oh, looks like they call me Arcana Joe.
One between Miranda or Surf.
Well, Miranda's the magically inclined.
Miranda, you can surmise that the scarred land that you previously saw outside of this tower was probably caused by using this object.
Hmm.
Wanda, you can roll an insight check for me. You notice. I feel like you've been paying attention to Ignal a lot over this conversation.
Absolutely.
There is definitely an interest. But this interest doesn't seem like it has poisoned ambitions. It seems like it is just genuine interest, like a child seeing magic for the first time.
I'm sure it is.
The prophet continues. We found these just over a month ago. Powerful magic artifacts that have been powering our city since. We were just able to acquire this one, as well as the one that was being held by our priestess earlier. We do not know what they are, however, they are a very powerful magic artifact. When the Embrace attacked us 2 weeks ago in full force, I used this object to deter them from attacking, destroying 3 of their ships in an instant. However, the moment I used it, gestures towards the scars, my home was afflicted. They retreated in fear upon the use of this weapon. Aside from a couple here or there, which is why we believed your ship might have been one of them. We have not seen them in such numbers since, and we are hoping this item has deterred them. We will not be using this artifact again in such a manner. only using its capability as a source of power for our city. We do not know what this is, so this is all of the information I can offer you all.
Greatly appreciated, and that's very noble of you to understand when you're playing with fire. That's very admirable of you, oh great prophet. If I may approach the great prophet, if it's may I, sir?
You may.
I would like to approach the great prophet, and I would like to whisper to him. I wish to have a hushed conversation with him, and I would like to say, as you may have noticed, the smaller one among us, not the cool one with the X, the other one, ignore smaller. My
Yes,
head
yes,
is
he would be.
Okay, yeah. You may notice he likes to talk out of turn a lot. Truth be told, he's not even first mate. He's like the little brother of the captain, but he's very overqualified. If I know before you were granting boons as a like token of good faith between our this new treaty you've brokered. You wouldn't have any sort of artifacts that allow people to be more amenable to following orders, or at least listening, or anything of that regard, would you? I'll even take something that just silences, if I'm completely and utterly honest with you.
You hear, as hushed as this creature possibly can, which unfortunately everyone can hear. He is a child playing with fire.
You can absolutely say that again.
I do not have such items you seek, and a token of apology has been given.
As the token of apology of the axe.
Yes.
Answer. Yes, of course, of course. Well, in a somewhat similar vein, I'm a bit of a herbologist by trade myself. I'm absolutely fascinated by what potential plant life or animal life you might have down here on the seafloor. Would I be able to take a sample of some of your fauna and or flora back to the surface to investigate?
That can be arranged.
Thank you very much.
A vassal of
And
mine
consider
will
that
give you a number of items that you can return.
thank
Will
you
be
very
returned
much,
to
oh
will be
benevolent one.
given to your person. Sorry, I misspoke.
Okay, good. I was a bit confused. I didn't mean to lend. But I appreciate the gifts. Thank you very much. That is all. That is all I humbly ask of you. Thank you very much.
A conversation has been complete. Answer me now, those of the surface and Princess of Vanderbilt. Will you be staying here for the night, or will you return to your ship?
I think this isn't in character, but I think for the sake of wonder, especially, we should return to the ship.
I
I
mean,
don't know because now, yeah,
You
out of
will
character.
hear Ignal
Yeah, no
in
wonder will be
hushed
terrible.
tones this time. We're on a tight schedule. We do need to go.
No, I want to stay. God damn it, Ignal. No,
We
I
should
will.
go.
Wonder will still be freaked out by the weird geometry and not knowing which way is up. So would prefer to be on the surface.
Yes, yes. I'm sure that once this is all over, I'll have plenty of time to come back and visit.
Perfect. Ulrich and Ames, you'll take
A
these.
mess.
You will take these people back to their ship, and you will prepare for the coming conversation to be had at the Wandering Raft. Our people will be prepared for whatever the plan is to attack the Abyss Embrace. You have my word, you have the word of every Sohegan in this city. Take this as well, and given to not Miranda. This would be given to Jakob.
Let's go.
This kind of gold sigil. Well, it's gold gilded, but it is like this deep, like marble, like blackened rock.
Mm.
This is a symbol of the Suhijin. If you meet any on your journeys, this you may use this to gain their sympathy and assistance if you ever require.
Also,
This is proof you have spoken with the Prophet. I bid you well on your journey. I bid you well on your future plans.
thank you very much.
You will leave now, and the Wave Shaper and Priestess will start to lead you back to the surface.
I want to try and do. Wonder will try and do the equivalent of underwater bowing before she leaves.
You do so. Without worry at this point, I won't have you roll a bit of performance unless if you want to.
Oh yeah. I now I'm okay.
But this time I would say people are given the opportunity to ride on sharks if they wish to back to the surface.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You are led back to the surface. I think on this journey you also realise that these Suijin have some sort of like telepathic bond to the sharks that they ride on. As they very much don't listen to you, they listen. They seem to be listening to something else. But
Are any of these sharks the same sharks that swam away from me?
you would see. I will say, that you see the shark that did leave. But it is swimming alongside you all at this point. It's not swimming. It's not. It doesn't have anyone on top of it.
Can I apologize to him? Can I be like, I know he might not understand me, but I'd be like, yeah, man, it's strictly business.
Roll
You know?
animal handling. It seems somewhat afraid of you.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. If it feels somewhat. You also realize that the shark is Ulrich Shark, the wave shaper that gave you his axe.
Oh.
But you are led to the surface, and you do surface indeed. This time, as you're like kind of resurfacing, you kind of expect light to shine through again. That doesn't happen because you have been underwater for a number of hours, and by the time you surface, it would be dark. But eventually, you make it to the top. You see still a group of Suijin up here, like helping Rido and Beston with the repairs of the ship, as well as Kevin.
Kevin.
Who's
Do we
kind
still
of
suspect Kevin, Jack, with our insight check? Or do you?
I in character, I might still. Out of character, I'm convinced to Signal. Honestly, in character, still suspect Signal, but I'm less suspicious of Kevin.
Yes, you can.
on this journey as well. Ignil would uh, uh, swim by you, Wanda, and just start speaking. He'll just be like, about the remove curse. We will do it tomorrow.
Sounds good. Although I was kind of thinking sooner might be better. You've not cast that many spells today, have you? Maybe you could, hook me up before we go to bed.
I have not cast many. Well, a portion of my spells have gone to helping with navigation. And
Of
I
course.
believe, well, I cast bless on a number of people, so my high level spots are also gone as well. Should be fine tomorrow.
Of course.
I do apologize for speaking over people there, but this is information I was given by a mirror, so everything was done in the interest of the Gold Flame Merchant's interests.
Fascinating. I say out
I
of
forgive
character.
this guy.
In character. I don't forgive this guy, but if the mirror is the one who was interested in the orb and Ignal was carrying out a mirror's orders for that, then that's interesting. I don't know if I believe him yet, but I won't let him know that I don't believe him yet. So I'll just say, but of course, if it's what the captain wants, it's what the captain wants. Just it was a very delicate political situation down there between a princess and her kingdom and this other kingdom. We are pirates in the middle of this. We have a shared goal, but our shared goal doesn't quite meet the same level of international diplomacy as brokering a peace between these two warring nations. So I think maybe next time and place, eh?
Of course. And he will trail off.
Damn, you fucking told him.
Head back
Good
to
job,
the
Jack.
surface. You are led on board again. A fresh set of clothes left for everyone who has been underwater. Amira kind of pops up at the helm once again, and to all of you, to Wanda in particular, who she sees as the leader.
What? What about
Oh, hell yeah.
Jakob being the only competent team member, according to her.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, but Wanda's the most charismatic.
It will be split between you two.
I'm the brains and the mouth, you're the muscle.
Let's
Yeah, let's
focus
go.
on Miranda, Surf,
We're basically
and...
fucking Cavan's character, except we're two different people.
So how did your little parlay go?
Good.
Fantastic.
Went well. We got in a week we should have allies meeting us at the Wandering Rift. Allies
I'd
being
like
the
to-
Sweden we just spoke to.
I like to hold up my cool weapon and like show it off.
Nice.
I didn't care for any of the, not obviously not in character, but I didn't care for any of the political shit going on.
She smiles at like the mention of the political stuff. She also, but audibly, as looking at your act, she's like, "That's some good shit. Well done, Jakob." That's amazing. We definitely having this region will definitely be of assistance. Attacking below the water and above it's probably to our advantage. I believe
Oh, you
we're
need to make
already...
allies with like some bird people.
That's true. If we happen across some bird people, I guess
I
we'll
don't know.
have to...
Remember the last bird we encountered, Wanda?
What's that bird we
Something-
encountered? That was a
we
griffin. That
fallen
didn't
from the
count.
islands, and someone beheaded it, and someone. Also, I just want to say that's Jakob's biggest stroke of genius is filling a bag with heavy objects and dropping it, and it didn't work.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
It
about
was-
ready to set sail. To everyone at this point, get in your positions. We'll be heading off in a moment after I speak to the priestess. For those of you who went underwater, it's your turn to rest. The rest of us will be having a long night.
Maybe sleeping time.
Let's get ready, my loves. We're gonna head off. We're gonna skip porting at Elephant Rock and head straight to Peg Leg Port. This delay has will affect us to some extent, so I'll try and make it to the Wandering Raft in a week.
Sounds good.
Small conversation between Amira and
I
the
get
priestess happened, just going over the details of the agreement.
While that conversation's happening, Wanda wants to sneak around Amira's room.
Wow.
Okie dokie. You walk towards Amira's room, and you try to open the door, and it is locked.
Oh,
I know,
if only
it's
Wanda
very good.
had something like thieves' tools in her gloves at all times. Wanda will
Roll-
immediately try and
Roll a
these tools
stealth
the
check
lock.
for me as well as you're like doing this.
Over it comes. With advantage because I have cloak and boots.
Indeed. Ooh, a 20.
A mere 20. That's disgusting.
Well, let's see what
Beatable,
Mira
no.
rolls on her perception.
I thought she
Uh-oh.
was on the deck talking to the priestess.
She can hear.
She's told
That's why I
the
timed it
priest-
now.
she's
If it
told
was
the
Ignol.
priest- she'll be rolling at disadvantage, but she'll still be rolling.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah,
you
sorry, I
can-
assumed that her room was like below deck.
Holy shit,
But no, that
her
makes sense.
wisdom's high.
You are
He's a
seemingly
captain. It makes sense
unnoticed.
for
You head over to that door.
Can you
Roll
say she's Catholic?
roll a thieves' tools for me. Plucks. You should have it on your character sheet as well.
Happily.
Under the tools section.
Ooh.
Okay. The
Oh,
there is good news and bad news here.
is it traps? I should have checked for traps.
Which one do you want first?
Fair enough. I want to ride the higher for as long as possible. Give me the good news.
There was some form of arcane lock put on this door alongside the regular one. That arcane lock increases the DC of lockpicking check by 10. Before that spell was cast,
sick
the
as fuck.
DC was 15. After it was 25. So you have just beat this.
I'm sick as what? Hell yeah!
Now
That
the
means
bad
it's alarmed.
news is that as you unlock this door, that effect is has very obviously dissipated. So there, regardless of what you do, there will be signs
Understood.
something. There will be signs that something has happened to this door.
Too late, you just gotta commit now.
Okay,
But you
that's okay.
enter the room.
Well, I may as well commit. Yes. Immediately, I want to look around. Like I'll just kind of do a sweep of the room before I do like drawers and stuff. But I just want to see if there's any like tomes, magic scrolls, anything of the sort that looks like a spell book, like a spell scroll, a magic artifact kind of thing. I want to try and see if I can see any of those and like anything stands out like that kind of thing.
Roll a perception check for me.
Actually,
16. You
here we
notice.
go.
You notice on one of the tables is a spell book. And this is by definition this is a wizard spell book. Amira, to some extent, is a wizard, and this is just her spell book for a number of spells, and you can see a lot of fire-based spells here.
Not very useful.
I see one for find familiar.
You do not see one for find familiar.
Not see one for find familiar. Okay, what are the... Do I see one for servant?
You do not know. Let me actually.
That's the limit of mine.
Let me look at the ones that would be in here.
So now I'm at the limit of what I would consider, which is definitely like beyond the limit of what Wanda would consider. Probably look elsewhere.
You see a chromatic orb in here. You see scorching ray in here. Skyrite would be in here as well. For higher levels, roll an Arcana check as well.
Excellent. So I can...
Beyond those spells, you don't notice anything more.
That's fair.
The second thing you notice with your perception check is you're kind of casing the room. Roll an investigation check. Roll with advantage. There is, many of the things in this room are locked to keep people out of stuff. There is one drawer like at her like a desk that she sits at in here. One of them also has some arcane lock on it, in addition to the regular lock.
Okay. Don't know how this would work, but with my Tinker's tools, am I able to like maybe not disassemble the drawer, but get to the drawer through other means, like by like going through the back of the desk or something like that? I guess that'd be carpentry. Maybe not then.
You just ask Jacob to smash it.
No. Currently, my backup plan is to have Miranda. Pray to God that Miranda has arcane lock inexplicably, and then have her replace it on the door. But I can't justify doing it to the drawer yet, so this will have to be a future Wonder problem. So I'll ignore that one. I'll ignore the one that's arcane locked, and I'll quickly just flip through the other drawers, to see if anything stands out again. Now I'd also be kind of looking for letters of correspondence. So if she's like been leaving notes for Ignil, or if she's been receiving notes from the mainland, or if she has a pre-existing like note from the mainland giving her orders or anything like that, I'd also be looking for correspondence in the drawers, as well as like again magic items, magic scrolls, magic books.
Okie dokie. Roll. No, you got a natural 20, so I'll stick with that. You do see some correspondent letters. Some of these are replies of various captains of other factions that you don't recognize of any of the names, but they are addressed to similar people of her standing. Essentially, a lot of these letters are agreements to meet at the Wandering Raft. Something you notice here is that, okay, I would say, from context, you understand it's a Wandering Raft. Because this is just the information you've heard from Ignal, you've heard from Mira. But in these letters, it is referred to as Fathom. A lot of these correspondence, basically just being like, most of them agreeing with the marriage, just being like, the Abyss Embrace are a problem. Thought we got rid of them a year ago. We need to get rid of them. Otherwise, we will no longer be welcome on the seas. One of them is addressed to a Captain Darkmoor. The captain that has a similar name to the island that the Abyss Embrace is mainly held upon. This one is along the lines of, they embarrassed me, they took my home, they will pay for it. And they've taken my name as well, and they will pay for it. My crew is with you 100%. Let's meet at Fathom. You also notice older letters, and on these they are visibly older as just purely based on the fact that they have decayed a bit more, and they are like weathered. But each of these letters is on a similar type of paper. One of these letters is you can't. I would say. No, what's it? One of these letters is addressed to a Yactal Derngel. One of these letters is the other letter is addressed to a figure called Ilur Relia. I will spell it out.
Lucian's ghost that was haunting her.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Oh, Good job, Jack. Good job, Jack Brain.
What brain?
These are letters from not a mirror, from some other
Mhm.
figure. They are basically addressing the transport of. Both of the letters are about the same thing. They're talking about the transport of something from the Feywilds, which is referred to here as iridescence powder. These letters are essentially just like the one to Ilarelia is we need to essentially being like we need to change the change where this handover is happening. We believe that someone has figured out where we're gonna go. We need to change the place where we meet. The one to Yaktul Derngel is on the lines of shipment is low this week. We were shipment is low this week. We were attacked on the ocean. We apologize for the reduced powder. And these letters are signed by a figure known as Drader the Tempest.
Oh wait, what was the Keelan's title? It was like Keela the. No, not the. Was it the
Who
Keela?
are you talking about, sorry?
The Keela. The who Ignal was pretending to be. I
The
was like
Keelan.
the Keelas.
It's just the
The
Keelan.
Keelan, that was it. Was he just the Keelan? Okay,
Just the
never mind.
Keelan.
I thought he was Keelan the something.
Just the Keelan.
Oh. Yeah. Right. Fascinating. Wanda will now, after reading all that, experience time pressure. She will very quickly memorize the handling of the Trader, in case that comes up again later, as best she can. And then I will leave the room in a hurry. No, I'm going to leave the room casually and just try and see if I catch Amira's eye or if they're still distracted talking to the princess or the prophet.
As you approach the door to leave,
Mhm.
you hear footsteps at it.
Mhm. What do I have in my inventory?
So fucking over.
Outside of that room, to Jakob, Miranda, etc., the Suijin and Amira are still talking.
Awesome. But Wanda doesn't know that.
What are you doing, Wanda?
I do know that. I will not stealth. I'm going to assume it's I almost said Michaela. No, Myra. And I'm just going to pull the first thing I can out of my pocket, which I guess I'm going to roll a. What am I not wearing? Water skin. Makeup. Actually, yeah, I'll quickly pull out like some makeup, and then open the door, just to whoever is on the other side of it.
The door opens and you see Ignal.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Hello, Wanda. What are you doing in my sister's room?
We were training before about, I'll gesture to the burn on my face. I left her some makeup in here, so I just came to collect it. I need to apologize to your sister about the lock, but it's a very good lock. I just didn't want to get in the way of her talking to the prophet,
Roll a deception check.
That one.
No. Even if it's in that one, I get plus 11, so we're fine.
That looks like a nat one.
DC 27.
It's a 22. I'll have you know.
That sounds like not one I've
Um,
ever heard of.
Right. Okay, Wanda. Um, well, I'm gonna guess that's why the arcane lock was removed from the door. Uh,
Yeah, sorry about that.
well, it's
Such
all
a
right.
shit lie.
Maybe it's a shit lie.
It's like, oh, you were talking to someone, so I pickpocketed this extremely high DC
Well,
pick the lock.
the spell
Yeah,
can
Wanda's just that good at pickpocketing.
also the spell can dissipate naturally. Um,
Even better.
and it would feel the same as if someone broke it. So, that is, I will leave it at that. Uh, great. Well, if you're done, I'm gonna re-up that. Wait, actually,
Yeah, of course. Sorry. Like I say, I just want to put my face back on, as it were.
God,
Don't feel
this
quite
is so
comfortable with it
enemies
like
to
it is, but
lovers.
yeah.
right, okay.
Is it? Is it even remotely?
Yeah, yeah. You shoot each other with death stares, and you bump into each other in the hallway. Oh, I was
No,
just.
I'm already trying to get become friends with Myra because I want them to be my rogue protege. Because I feel bad for nearly killing them at one time.
As you kind of walk past Ignil, he will kind of stop you from a minute. He'll be like, you mind if we speak a bit later? Just the two of us.
Ooh,
Yeah, sure.
Great. I will
Was
see you
right.
later then.
See you later. Just be in my room if you need me. Well, actually, I might be in the crow's nest if you need me. The ship's not that big. You'll find me.
Amazing. Then he's just
Alright, I
going.
may need to leave in a sec,
Sure.
if that's okay.
I mean, is there anything Jakob is doing at this point? Because aside
Oh
from
no,
this
Jakob's
conversation
tired,
with
but
Wanda, we're gonna
he's
move to a long rest.
well. I mean, my goons, who I forgot the name of, the two guys. I want to show them my cool weapon and be like, guys, look at this.
You see, well, Rito and Beston, the Leonin, locks it on. Ooh, what does it do?
Hurts people, I guess, but it's like a weapon.
Impressive. We
Mm.
still, unfortunately, running off whatever we've
Can I-
been able to take.
Do you wanna try it?
Are you offering?
I am offering. Do you wanna try it out?
You'll
Have a couple
see.
swings.
You'll see
I
the
wanna see if
Leonin
I pick it up.
first. Goes to like hold a weapon. He similar to you tries to hold it in one hand, can't lift it with one arm.
This is just comically drop to the floor. So
It
let's just
just
break the wood
yeah,
a bit.
coming across the floor. There is just now a gash in the wooden floor where you guys were.
Okay.
Whoops, and then lift it up with that second hand. Jesus Christ, this is heavy.
It's a bit on the heavier side.
Ooh. Goes to swing it, and almost hits you.
Awesome.
The talent was like, oh, maybe I don't swing this around too much. And then very quickly puts it back into your hands.
Maybe
The locks
good
on
one.
next. It's
Something
just
I
like,
want to
oh,
try.
may I?
Of course.
He picks up with his trunk.
So?
And with his trunk, he's actually able to do that.
He's so fucking beastie.
And he swings it around a couple times. It's like, this is. I don't know. The balancing of this weapon does not make sense to me.
I'd like to beckon him and be like, oh, let me show you something cool.
Mhm.
And then make it go icy mode, like just by swinging it about. I
Uh,
assume I don't have full control over that, but like
what are you trying to do with it now?
I don't know, just show off some moves with it. Make it look cool.
Yeah, the Yeah, the blades of the axe form with ice, and both of them just kind of go oh in appreciation and wonder, and then you swing it around and you swing it very you swing it in a
This-
way
I
where you
heard that.
understand the balancing of this weapon very well.
Let's go.
It feels very natural to you. And
This
you
is so Jakob coded. Wait a second, they didn't know where they got it. Oh, I'm sensing some chicanery going on here. There's something behind the scenes. Not that Jakob would know that, but
um
I.
they kind of just they do just watch you kind of swing the weapon.
Awesome.
Kind of just I guess they're in a way they're analyzing the way you move just so they can learn off you.
I wouldn't swing it too much. I'd then go. I am very tired from my trip. Shall be headed to my chambers to rest.
Of course. Have a great night, Jakob.
You too, guys. You too.
Um,
Return to my chambers to rest.
yes, you can head out if you wish. The only thing I'm gonna do now is go through the conversation between Amira and not Amira, Iganil and Wanda.
Hang on, I want to show this guy up.
While I wait for that conversation with Ignal, I do want to quickly apply makeup, and then I do want to get ahead of this and talk to Amira. I'm like, hey, just so you know, everything's clear between us. When I got out of the water, I realized I didn't have my makeup on me. I freaked out a little bit, so I did break into your room because I left it in there earlier today. So that's why your arcane lock was missing. Don't worry, I didn't touch anything. I didn't fuck with anything. Just got the makeup left. But I just want to make sure that everything's clear between us.
Bye, gang.
Um,
Hey.
Bye-bye. Took
bye
what?
bye. Amira. You broke into my room.
Yeah, you were talking to the priestess. I didn't want to interrupt. Or the prophet. I didn't want to interrupt. Um, you know, I'm making. We both know I'm making progress with my changeling chicanery, but you know, not quite confident enough to rock naked face yet. I'm sorry. It will not happen again. At least not without me asking you. But I just wanted to make everything clear between us.
I appreciate that. Don't go into my room again. I will have you off the ship.
That's perfectly understandable.
And she will head to the helm at this point. She doesn't really speak with you further. They don't
Possibly fair.
speak with you further. Fuck me. They don't speak with you further. That's kind of just where that conversation ends.
I'm sorry.
Later that night, Agnil will speak to you just before you head to bed.
Mhm.
I thank you for meeting me.
But of course.
There's something. Did you notice earlier when we were all speaking to the priestess and the wave shaper while they were on board, the orb that the priestess pulled out looked different, no?
Yeah, you could certainly say that.
I'm
very aware of it.
very interested in magical objects in general. I'd like to consider myself a collector. I don't really have a collection. That was a different object, I believe.
I'm certainly inclined to agree.
And it looks like you and Jakob might have noticed that too. This is an assumption. I'm gonna guess that's why you ran off strangely in the middle of that conversation.
before I respond, can I roll an insight check to see if he's like genuinely curious or if he's like probing
You can
and trying
roll
to
an
figure
insight
things out?
check.
Excellent.
He seems genuinely curious.
And I will level with him. Yeah, I saw like it looked like the orb was floating away, but when I talked to the priestess about it, she's looked at me like I was crazy. So me and Jakob, I got Jakob to follow me following it, but it went down below deck and we couldn't find it anywhere. Like it just kind of like we followed it to a storage room where there's like a bunch of perishable stuff. But after we went in there, it just seemed to like vanish.
Right. With my understanding of those items, the the Goldflame merchants have come across them before in attacks we've made or the Abyss Embrace has made against us. If I'm correct, I think they only are used once, which might be why the the priestess didn't notice anything weird, because it would be less magical if after it was used to tear through our ship.
Right.
There,
So how does that explain the after image and the fact that there was definitely an orb that was still quite magical and it floated away?
I don't know. I actually I don't really have a clue. I think that well, I think I know that the Abyss's Embrace for the past month or so has been instilling spies onto various crews. I think there's, well, either someone on board has been talked to by the Embrace, but Kevin isn't a usual on our crew. And aside from, I thought you guys would have been spies. I don't think that's the case after our journey. You could have asked for a lot. You could have
And I
asked.
asked,
What he always wait for you to speak.
I was gonna say, can I ask what prompted you to change your mind, but continued on to explain like we didn't ask for much. So like, okay, fair enough, I guess, I suppose.
I'll also say, Amira does like you, and I don't want to jeopardize that. It's been a while since they have met another changeling. So I will give you the trust that Amira has given you. Whether I fully absolve you from being a potential spy, I can't say that you aren't. I also still believe that you might be a danger to the people on the ship. But as I was saying, Kevin is someone we've had aboard the ship before, but he's not a regular like I am, like my younger sister is, like like Rito and Besden are. And his foray into the medicinal to be a medicinal help to the crew was a very sudden thing that I've never seen him interested in. So I don't know what that's about, and I don't like it. I don't want to trouble Amira with this. There is a lot of stuff going down on surface that they're also dealing with. I also don't think that they believe me when I speak of spies. I know I'm not as impressive as my sibling, but I'm not useless. So I would like to ask of you to keep an eye on Kevin, as I cannot do so all the time.
It certainly pays to be cautious. I can respect that. So, an extension of an olive branch of mutual respect. I will help you with this. If at the very least, I will help dispel the paranoia from your mind. Best case, I will help you unearth the spy or spies that may be on this ship. In return, you need to stop throwing away your big first mate dick at every opportunity. You are you seem to have a lot of respect for Myra. I wish you would show it a lot more by listening to them when they tell you to do things, or tell you to shut up, or tell you they need something done a certain way. Is that understood?
Uh, yes.
Okay, perfect. Then
just-
water under the bridge. And
Kevin is my suspect. That doesn't
Hmm.
absolve Rito or Beston, but Kevin is my
Of
main
course.
suspect at this time. It couldn't be Myra, couldn't be Amira, that would be strange. I don't trust anyone on this crew aside from my siblings. So,
That's understandable. So I very much appreciate you coming to me with this.
honestly, it could even be the Princess of Vanderbilt. But who knows?
Good. Maybe her surf has gone resentful, just making a claim of his own. I agree, everyone's a potential suspect, but um, if I may speak frankly, you have this loyalty towards you and your siblings. I'm extending that same loyalty I have to Jakob. Not loyalty, trust. Trust. You trusted not your siblings, I trusted not Jakob. He was with me the whole time, and he's never expressed any kind of proficiency or, and just to speak frankly, interest in this kind of magical lightning orb, ocean chicanery nonsense.
Of course. Last thing before we head to bed. I think you were
Mhm.
hinting at it before, but I am not a cleric. And
I know
that's
not what you
where
mean.
we're going to end the session.
I knew it! I'm a genius! But is he a warlock then? I need to figure out who the snake belongs to. Do the method. Oh, this is. Oh. So many mysteries. Oh, amazing.
I'm gonna stop the recording there.
Hell yeah. Oh, yes.